There's one woman we haven't talked about because I was lucky enough to have known her, and that was Margaret Hamilton.
Oh, I'm glad you brought her up.
And she was extraordinary. She was one of the nicest, most wonderful women that I've ever known. And my mom would tell me that that was the hardest part of the movie for her, was to be afraid of her because she was so nice. And she terrified so many children for so many years. And I said, it's a legacy that you have. And she said, yes, it's kind of awful, isn't it? And I said, well, it is kind of awful. But then again, you can go around and say that. She said, I know. She said, kids come up to me all the time and they ask me to do the cackle. And I said, well, do you do it? She said, for everyone. So she was a lovely, lovely woman. And Margaret Hamilton was hurt very badly on the set of The Wizard of Oz. She was in the scene in Munchkinland. And, of course, when she goes up in the ball of fire. And they had done the take already once. And it had worked fine. The trap door had been fine. And everything was fine. They wanted to do one more before lunch. And whenever you do a take before lunch, people get careless. Okay? They want to go to lunch. They want to, And they got careless. And the trap door didn't go at the right time. And she was burned. Severely burned. And they took her home. Her doctor was at her house ready to meet her. And the studio was on the phone asking her when they could bring her back to work. And the doctor got on the phone and screamed at the studio and said, we'll bring her back to work when she's fine and all of that. But she was hurt. And there were accidents on The Wizard of Oz.